Hey you all, welcome back to the farm. Today is an exciting day because we're going to be pruning our fruit trees for the first time ever, and I'm only slightly terrified that I'm going to ruin everything. We have done a lot of research and talked to a lot of experts on this, so we're feeling like fairly confident, but still a healthy amount of terrified that we're going to ruin all of our trees somehow. Let's go see what we can do. So I've got my pruning shears, my loppers, and my disinfectant here to wipe down the blade between each tree. The biggest goal of pruning is to remove any dead or diseased branches, as well as improve the overall health and structure of the tree. It is so intimidating at first, but once you get the hang of it and start to get going a bit, it's a little therapeutic. As I'm snipping my way through the orchard, I'm being mindful of what they call the 3 Ds, and that's dead, diseased, or damaged branches. Thankfully, our trees look really healthy, and I don't see many diseased or any diseased or dead branches, save for a few that the geese have nibbled on, and a few that are crossing each other and need to be cut back. I learned that you want to prune trees in the winter in order to promote growth, and any summer pruning happens in order to sort of inhibit growth, in order to more shape your tree and keep it to a manageable size. So we are pruning here in the winter in order to promote growth. There are a few different pruning techniques that I'm using today, including thinning, heading back, and directional cuts. Each technique has its own purpose, but they're all aimed at creating a strong, healthy tree that will give you high quality fruit come fruit season. You can see the geese are hanging out with me here in the background. Since these trees are in their first couple of years of growing, we're not focused on thinning per se so much as just creating a really nicely shaped canopy. It's also important to promote good airflow for fruit development and fruit ripening, especially with these peach trees that are behind me over here. We opted for a nice wine glass shape in order to promote good airflow. A lot of the cuts I'm doing today are taking some exuberant vertical growth, like on this apple tree, and taking it back to an outward facing bud in order to promote outward directional growth instead of tall, leggy, upward growth that we would never be able to reach come apple picking season. I'm also coming back through and placing some spacers between the branches that have a very narrow angle, and this is in order to widen that angle. We like the idea of our trees having a, for lack of better words, a nice tree shape, and that means a nice trunk height in order to keep the geese from chewing on any lower branches, and it also will promote a nice wide canopy as shade for us to hang out underneath and as protection for the geese and the chickens as they're living in the orchard. We're not super into the highly pruned, heavily manipulated trees that you'll often see in home orchards or even more commercial orchards, but we completely understand the perk of those because it creates a really accessible tree to harvest from. Just not the look that we're going for. It took about 2.5 hours from start to finish for us to prune our home orchard, which consists right now of about 19 trees. It was a lot of work, and it was very cold, but I am pretty happy with how it turned out, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all grows out this spring and summer, and see if my directional pruning worked, and to see if we get any fruit this year. This will be some of the trees' 3rd year here on our property, so it's highly possible that we might get some fruit. It's still early though, so we won't hold our breath. This spring we are expecting, I think it's 5 more fruit trees from the company Trees of Antiquity, and that's where we got the vast majority of our fruit trees, and we love their quality. So we are bringing in just a handful more trees in order to complete our orchard, and I'll definitely bring you along when we plant those and put them in the ground. But I cannot wait to see these trees flourish, and I cannot wait to see how they do after this big scary task. So, until next time.